Fun fact, nothing typed by someone's thumbs has ever been important. It's all just technology anyway.
What you call it?
Technology. Technology. When you don't start tripping and shit, call me a racist, because I don't mean in a disrespectful way. I mean it as a general term for ignorant. Anybody of any race can be an
Math, science, history, and ingenuity. These four elements were quintessential for Homo sapiens to crawl out of the caves and come down from the treetops into developing into the most technologically advanced species on the planet.
When I do my hair, I like to, finish it off with a little Got to Be glue spray, just to keep it in place. Well, I didn't have any more Got to Be glue spray, so I used this. Gorilla Glue spray.
Ever since the Industrial Revolution, it seems that we have become more efficient at making newer and greater technologies to benefit all of mankind. For better or for worse. You see, since the advent of the internet, everyone is searching for the next big thing that's going to really shake up the world. That's how we ended up with things like the smartphone, Google, YouTube, and social media apps. But sometimes we end up with things that are completely useless and ludicrous. And that's what I'm going to be talking about today. Dumb pieces of technology. But before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get into the video. Let's start off with something that everybody's talking about. The Cybertruck. Where do I start with this thing? Look, I understand. I'm a peasant and a wagey, and I can't afford God Emperor Elon's new death machine on wheels. But let's be honest here. This is not a good vehicle, even by Tesla standards. And that's saying a lot.
Build quality of my $150,000 Tesla.
The Cybertruck, in my opinion, is basically a meme wagon. Why settle for sleek design and aerodynamics when you can have the aesthetic appeal of a giant metal trapezoid? And don't get me started on those indestructible windows. You know what? Let's see a demonstration. It can't be that bad, right? Right?
Sure? Yeah. Oh my God. Well, maybe that was a little too hard. Should we try the door? Sorry? Okay. It didn't go through, so that's a plus side.
Let's try the right.
Try that one, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, man.
It didn't go through.
And if that wasn't enough, look at the price tag on this thing. The truck starts at $81,000 and goes up to $100,000 with upgrades. And if you damage your windshield, it's gonna cost you $1,900 to fix. Mind you, this is probably one of the most dangerous cars on the road right now. The Cybertruck weighs 6,600 pounds. That's just a little over 3 tons. And it goes from 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds. You might be asking, why is that a problem? Isn't a Hummer or lifted truck more dangerous? That's an astute observation. And you might have a point, only if the Cybertruck didn't have a faulty acceleration pedal.
That pedal looks different, right? It's missing this. So a couple days ago I'm driving, and let me see if I can get a good view here. I'm driving and this goes here. As I'm driving, this slid up and wedged itself just like that. Right now it's not clipped on, so it's kind of hard to see, but this wedged itself right there. And as you can see, based on the design of the floorboard, this sliding up, and the way this was still hooked onto the pedal, it held the accelerator down 100% at full throttle.
So imagine a 3-ton truck barreling down the highway with 100% acceleration with no way to stop it.
Good luck, everybody else!
And when it does stop, you could bet you and whoever you crash into, both of your lives are gonna stop too. Allegedly, this is the reason why deliveries on the Cybertruck have been halted. Allegedly. Please don't sue me, God Emperor Elon. I don't want no smoke. But mind you, this is just one of several Cybertruck fails that we even know of. There are tons more on the Cybertruck subreddit, And that subreddit loves Tesla and Elon. There's also this weird claim that Elon made that it could double as a boat if it's in a body of water. Yeah, I wouldn't try that shit. You're probably gonna end up like those people on the Titan submarine. Now, shifting gears from the Cybertruck's questionable aquatic capabilities, let's delve into another technological marvel that's more likely to leave you seeing stars. Or probably just a never-ending screen of push notifications. The Apple Vision Pro. I see someone with one of these and I immediately think it gives them the power not to see broke people. Now this is what we call a status symbol. It costs $3,500. That's like 2 brand new iPhones with Apple Care.
That's like a 05 Honda for real.
For that type of money, you could buy a decent gaming PC, a high-end camera, and still have enough left over for a tropical vacation, all without strapping a mini computer to your face. But the Apple Vision Pro isn't just incredibly expensive, it's also incredibly impractical. With its bulky design and limited functionality, wearing these glasses in public screams midlife crisis. And I don't care that you're in your 20s, you can go through a midlife crisis at any age. Just ask JoJo Siwa. Not to mention the fact that you have to carry a battery pack with you everywhere you go. It's like the Temu version of Ready Player One or something. Everything you can do with this device, your phone can also do it. But the crazy part is that this immersive headset that costs 3 bands doesn't even support VR. Even Mark Zuckerberg's MetaQuest 3 supports VR. And that thing only costs $500. I can't even watch my special videos on this knockoff Google Glass. And they want me to pay for it? For what? So I can look like a loser? No thank you. At least it's not a complete failure like the Humane AI Pin. The Humane AI Pin is the brainchild of Imran Chaudhry and his wife Bethany Bongiorno, who are both former Apple employees. So that explains the whole Steve Jobs aesthetic. If this came out 2 to 3 years ago, maybe people would be more enthusiastic about this $800 boutonniere. For those of you who don't know, that's the name for those tiny flowers that you clip onto your suit jackets. Shout out to my former manager Alberto in Men's Warehouse for teaching me that. But people are kind of sick and tired of the whole AI gimmick. Not everything needs AI integration. For what reason do I need a kettle with an AI in it? I have no idea why anyone would ever need this in their day-to-day life. But you know what? I'll bite. How does this even work?
It doesn't do anything until you engage with it.
So basically, it's like every piece of technology ever created. Wow, so innovative. But what are some of the AI Pin's unique features? What do you mean it doesn't have any unique features? What do you mean hardly any of the features work? Okay. At least it has the laser ink display, which would be impressive if I was in middle school searching up what the iPhone 6 was going to look like. Things get even more ridiculous when you realize that you have to connect this $800 pocket square to T-Mobile. I'm not sure if you have to add a line to your existing phone plan, but the fact that there is someone out there willing to pay $800 plus an additional phone plan for this Lego piece is crazy. And you really have to wonder, who was this made for? Because your phone and your laptop does everything this thing does way better. And just like with the Apple Vision Pro, you need a battery pack with this thing. And a lot of people online are saying that this thing overheats a lot.
Your
AI pin needs to cool down for a few minutes.
Is that the pin?
104.
I feel like the only reason this thing was created was to get some venture capitalist money. Look, I'm all for scamming venture capitalists since they essentially have infinite money. But don't piss on my back and call it rain. No diddy, of course.
Attention to watchers of this video. Smiling Observer is calling upon you to like, comment, and subscribe, please. It's free, and he has to get out of the trenches soon. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe already.
But let's switch to something that is idiotically stupid to something that's just fun stupid. The mighty MP3 player. Let's start with the glaring obvious. Its irrelevance. In an era where streaming services reign supreme and smartphones double as music players, the mighty MP3 player is about as useful as Jujutsu Kaisen background characters. Sure, it might have been a revolutionary device back in the day, and it brings out nostalgia for a much simpler time, but now it's more like a relic of a bygone era. like a flip phone or dial-up internet. At least when they tried to bring the flip phone back, they still gave you the option to use your phone like a regular smartphone. Once the novelty of using a flip phone in the modern age inevitably wore off. I know you can connect it to Spotify and Amazon Music accounts, but why would I do that when I already have Spotify or the Amazon Music app downloaded to my phone? The mighty MP3 player boasts a slew of features to its limited storage capacity and its chunky interface. It's like taking a trip back in time to the early 2000s when gas was $1.50 a gallon and the president wasn't a living fossil. Now I'm not gonna hold you. If this was in the design of a mix stick, I'm not gonna lie, I just might have to cop. Side note, y'all remember mix sticks? Disney was really in their bag when these dropped. Damn, I really wish I never lost mine. But that still doesn't change the fact that the mighty MP3 player is a lackluster product. And let's not forget its battery, which isn't even powerful enough to support a Raspberry Pi. And the mighty MP3 sound quality really shows me that people will just buy anything. With its tiny speakers and muddy audio, listening to music on this thing is like attending a concert. Underwater, sure, it may be portable, but at what cost? With every song sounding like it's being played through a tin can or being played on Dollar Tree headphones? It's no wonder that MP3 players have been relegated to the dusty corners of history. Speaking of things that have been relegated to the dusty corners of history, does anyone remember Quip? I feel like this toothbrush was everywhere. It was all over YouTube videos and podcasts, and they even started selling them in Target. But then out of nowhere, it just fell off the face of the earth. I haven't seen it fall off this bad since Designer.
I don't know what's going on. Hey, Designer, my man.
In an age where electric toothbrushes promise to scrub away plaque and leave your teeth sparkling clean, Quip is about as effective as scrubbing your teeth with a feather duster. When compared to the leading electric toothbrush brands, Quip ranked all the way at the bottom. They said it barely removed any plaque. Mind you, this toothbrush costs $40. For that kind of money, you could buy a decent manual toothbrush, a month's supply of toothpaste, and still have enough left over for a dental checkup. And don't get me started on Quip's laughable attempt at incorporating flossing. With its flimsy floss dispenser and lackluster performance, using Quip's floss is about as effective as trying to thread a needle with oven mitts on. Sure, it may look sleek and modern, but when it comes to removing plaque and preventing cavities, it doesn't do shit for you. But I have saved the best for last. Or should I say, the worst for last. In the land of kitchen gadgets where every blender promises to pulverize your produce and revolutionize your smoothie game, there exists a juicer so absurd, so over the top, that it makes you wonder if we've all collectively lost our minds. The Juicero juicer is clearly the most useless invention ever created. At $400, this juicer is less of a kitchen appliance and more of a status symbol for people with more money than sense. Juicero claimed to make juicing easier with its pre-packaged juice packs and QR code scanning technology. Sure, it may seem high-tech and futuristic, but when it comes down to it, it's just a glorified way to squeeze a bag of juice. There is absolutely no reason for anyone to be buying this juicer when you can just get the bags and squeeze the juice for yourself. I am so happy that this company was sent to the shadow realm in 2017. Because why did you think this was a good idea? And that's why I'm giving Juicero the dumbest invention of the century award. But tell me what you thought about the video. What do you think are some of the dumbest inventions ever? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and I'll see you in the next video.